Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Karakakadash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well and have the absolute 144% truth, Salakia, and peace, love, and salutations and safety to the hopeful elect. All right, I want to go into Moab, all right, because lately I've been seeing brethren put up videos of Moab, edification on, who is Moab, all right? And who is Moab? That's a good question. When the Bible speaks about Moab, for instance, this scripture, we have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceeding proud. His loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride and the haughtiness of his heart. Okay, who's this guy? Who is this people, Moab? It's the so-called Chinese, the so-called Asians, all right? All right, I'm not talking about the Japanese, which some, they're really similar, man. Moab and Ammon, all right? Which the Ammonites are the Japanese, and the some of the Koreans, some of them are over here, or over in China, and some of the Moabites, the Chinese, are in Japan. They mingle in within each other, and they look very similar and they act very similar. All right. So so yeah, man. When the scriptures speak about Moab, it's speaking about the so-called Chinese race, the so-called Asians. All right. Specifically, the Chinese. The people in Thailand, the people in Vietnam. All right. Some of them are in Mongolia, southern Russia. Some of them are in Japan, the land of Ammon. Some of them are in Indonesia, all right? Some of them are mingled in with India, Elam, all right? East Indians, the east of the East India, all right? East India. But yeah. Okay, in Tibet, okay? Ammon's a really vast nationality of people, okay? But I'm going to go into his pride, all right? For instance, this scripture, Jeremiah 48:29, I'm going to read it again. We have heard the pride of Moab, all right, the so-called Asians. He is exceeding proud, his loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride and the haughtiness of his heart, okay? If you've ever been around some Asians, all right, even Ammon, man. If you ever been around Asians, man, for a long period of time, especially as an Israelite, a Jake, it's like, if you ever go into their stores, their shops, those pedicure, manicure shops, the gas stations, all right, because Ammon and Moab, they have their, they've established, their presence here in America, Babylon the Great. They have their, their shops, set up here, all right, suckling off the breasts of, spiritually of Esau's kingdom, all right, Babylon the Great, so-called America, they're cashing out here, all right, getting money here, okay. If you ever been in their shops, they have that mean look on them, especially towards Israelites, man. They have that mean look on them. They talk real loud, and not really loud. They talk real. How do you say it? Real. They're lofty, man. They're haughty. They're arrogant, and they're prideful. Okay. They're like, you want this? You want this right now? $8.95, $8.95. They give you that mean look, or they look at you every, while you're walking up and down the aisles, staring at you. No, don't touch that. But it's because they're prideful, man. They have a haughty, it says in the haughtiness of his heart. All right, they're lofty, or they literally think that they're better than you, man, which they're not. And if you ever seen them, they only act that way towards Israelites, man. All right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, they act like that towards the Israelites, Jake. But then when you see a so-called white man, an Edomite walk up to them and ask them for help or something and talk to them, and they're all nice. They're a totally different person. All right, I'm gonna get into that. It's right here. Jeremiah 48:40. For thus saith the Lord, behold, he shall fly as an eagle. This is speaking about Esau, the so-called white man. If you watch my last video, you know who this is. I should have brought this scripture out then. All right. For thus saith the Lord, behold, he shall fly as an eagle, and shall spread his wings over Moab. Okay. All right, because you see, because Moab and Esau, man, they're tag teaming, all right, ruling over so-called Israel, man. Yasharallah, all right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, they're ruling over us, and they're tag teaming together, okay, to keep us, in servitude, okay. When Esau took over Ammon and Moab during World War II, World War I, all right, that's him covering his wings. He took over, he nuked Japan, all right. He took over Asia, China, and all that, all right. You could do your own history, your research. What happened then, all right? Ammon and Moab, all right, they submitted fully, man, all right? So much that their people don't act the same. They're totally different from how they used to act back in those days during the World War II, World War I, that old world, times, man. Ammon and Moab, they don't act like that no more. They act totally different. What are they doing? All right, they're living just like Esau. All right, they're trying to one up Esau. They're trying to be just like Esau, man. All right, there's people in Ammon in Japan, they're playing sports, just that they're playing football like American football. They don't have their own league, but they're playing football, man, because they're trying to be like America. All right, that's just one instance. They're wearing suit and ties. All right, they're acting just like Esau, man. All right, the way they act. All right, the way they live, man. All right, and then they come over here to America, and they do everything just like a white man. All right, they act like the white man. Okay, and they're so subservient to the white man. Or they're nicer to the white man, Esau, more than they are to their own people, man. Okay? Especially over Jake, man. They hate us, because they know who we are. All right, that's why they made Godzilla, all right? So-called Leviathan. No, he is Leviathan, so-called Godzilla. Slakia. That's why they made Godzilla, the Godzilla movies, because they know the scriptures. Leviathan, all right? Breathes fire, all right? I did a video on it a week ago, man. Okay? About a week ago. But I want to show you a little clip of this video game that I play. It's a World War II, Battlefield 5, if you guys know what that is. Yes, it's Ammon, Japan. It's not Moab, but, it shows his pride a little bit. Okay. And look how he's, he's coming off pretty prideful, But yeah. I see that all the time, every time I play the game. Players playing as that character. All right? All right, I'm gonna go into this scripture though. I got an interesting clip to show you after this. Psalm 60:8. Moab is my washpot. All right. Over Edom, I will cast out my shoe. Philistia, triumph thou because of me. Okay. Moab is my washpot. All right. And that goes into servitude. Okay. Moab is a servant. All right. Who's he servitude? Who's he in servitude of right now? Esau. All right. The devil, who's in rulership. Okay. And who's he gonna be in servitude? Whose washpot is he gonna be? All right. It says Moab is my washpot. He's the Lord's washpot first. All right. And when the kingdom of heaven is established through Yahushua and the angels and the elect of the nation of Yasharala, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, when the kingdom of heaven is established here in a year or two, okay, which that's what I believe, man. Here in a year or two, man, this place has no extending future, man. No distant future, okay. Moab is going to be the Lord's, the Israelites, right? The kingdom of heaven's washpot, all right? Okay, Moab is always going to be a servant, all right? He's never really ruled, man. He's never had he had his dynasties, but he's never had, rulership over the Israelites, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Egyptians, Babylonian Empire, Roman, the Greek Empire, all right? There was no Ammon, Moab Empire, Yeah, they had their own dynasties because really they're peaceful, man. All right, during World War II, and before that, Ammon were peaceful. All right, there were some peaceful people, man. They were still prideful, and still servants. All right, but they're really peaceful. But now, they're acting just like the white man. Shaving their heads. Eating a lot of soy. Way more than they used to, because soy prevents you from growing your beard, a lot of people in America eat soy, so might as well, be just like Esau. I've noticed that a lot of Asian, Chinese, and Japanese products, they have a lot of soy in it. Which soy is bad for the male, for a male, man, for a man, especially an Israelite man, because soy, it's like soybean oil, it makes your body produce excess estrogen. All right, you know how men have testosterone, women have estrogen, and yes, men can produce estrogen, and soy has a whole bunch of estrogen. It can mess up your your hormones, your testosterone levels, and the way you live, and your man in your life as a man. Especially you men who are married. You stay away from soy. All right. What I do, man, when I go shopping, all right, I make sure, I look at the ingredients. All right, not the nutritional facts. All right, that's what Esau wants you to focus on. All right, because there's nothing there. Sodium, protein, sugar, okay. Carbs, okay. That doesn't show you nothing, okay? What you need to be looking at is your ingredients of your product. And if it has soy, all right, just stay away from it, man, especially as a man, it's not a sin. It's not a sin, you're not going off for eating soy, but excess soy, and especially when you know better, you just you're hurting yourself, man, as a man. You're how do you say it? You're giving yourself more hell, man. All right, because you got to be a man in this truth. Okay, you got to be a man at work, a man with your family, and when you're giving off female, woman-like energy, man, in your life as a man in this truth, you know, it's going to be harder for you to get work done, man. Get the Lord's work done, all right? Because it takes a lot of testosterone, and man, you got to be in a man-like state, all right? You have to think like a man in this truth, okay? But, you know, Moab is the Lord's washpot, man. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom, man, will I cast out my shoe, okay? Let me show you this clip. It's on Facebook. I thought it was so funny, man. And Moab and Ammon, man, you know, they're real good at. They're absolutely great servants, man. Like, I want to, yeah, fuck it. They're great slaves, man. Look at this, man. They're wise to be servants, all right? See these videos on YouTube, TikTok. These Asians, man. So-called Asians. They're working their ass off, man. Doing something I would even think about doing, man. You know, those Nike wage slaves, all right, working for Nike. I don't know if they're still, you know, like that now. Working for pennies, for dollars, you know. Everybody in Ammon land and Moab land, you know, Asia land, they all have jobs, man. They don't F around, man. They're all on one accord to be servants to Esau, man. You know? This is just a cleaning video. I thought it was real funny, real spiritual. The first thing that I seen in this video is a washpot. Them cleaning a washpot. It's spiritual, man. And when you see in these movies, you know, certain movies, you know, what do you always see in the so-called Asian doing? Washing pots, man. Literally. You know, and that's spiritual, man. Right? You see those old Asian ladies literally washing pots, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me get that, man. Look at this, man. Esau versus Moab. I don't want to. Just cleaning my pot with dirt. And look who it is. It's either an Ammonite or a Moabite. Doing tutorials on being what they are, man. I wasn't trying to make this video funny. It is what it is. Damn. What kind of dirt is that? See, man, you know, the Lord created Slakia, the Lord created Moab to be washing pots, man, and look what he's doing, man. Nah, on a serious note, man, the Lord created Ammon to be servants, man, okay? And they're going to be servants to us, all right? They're going to be our slaves, man, okay? For 1,000 years. And then we're going to let them loose. Look at that, man. Imagine, man, he's going to be blessed in the kingdom, man. Him and his loved ones, they're going to be blessed in the kingdom, you know? Because look, you know, they're useful, all right? And the Lord's going to use them well, man. We're going to use them well, okay? building up our temples, building up our high technology living areas, all right, building up our mansions, our rooms, our mansions made of jasper, sapphire, rubies, gold, silver, okay? How much time I got left? Okay. Let me get it. Psalms 2:8. Ask of me, okay, the Lord, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. All right, we're going to be ruling everywhere, man. Asia, the whole earth, man. Wherever you want to go that you've never gone in the earth, you're going to go. You're going to be able to go, man, because we're going to have these spiritual bodies, man, these superhero-like bodies, man, where we can breathe underwater, breathe in extremely high altitudes in the air, literally swim in lava, as if it's a hot tub. All right, swim in North Africa's sand dunes. All right, as if we're like, Tremors from that movie. I'm just going off the top of my head. If you want to go into the deepest parts of the ocean, you don't have to breathe, man, because you're angelic, man. Okay, you're gonna be changed in a twinkling of an eye, man. What are we gonna be changed into? These superhero-like bodies, okay? So-called extraterrestrial bodies. All right, there's terrestrial, because we're terrestrial animals. We're not animals. We're terrestrial beings right now, and then there's the extraterrestrial. All right, which you're gonna be terrestrial. Earth-like. You're gonna be extra, man. Okay, like a superhero. All right, experiencing the things of a terrestrial being, like a human, like Ammon, like Esau, like Israel, like we are right now, and plus more. All right, shooting beams out of our eyes, be able to breathe underwater, hold our breath for forever, for however long we want. Don't have to eat if we don't want to. Don't even have to work out, and we still build muscle. Okay. Okay. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. That's the point I was trying to get at in this scripture. All right, and who's the heathen? All right, Moab, Esau. All right, Elam, Ishmael. Okay, Ham. Okay. All those heathen nations are gonna be for us, man, working for us, slaving for us, man. Okay. Okay. And in the kingdom of heaven, these heathens, they're gonna be all right. After 1,000 years of enslavement, all right, for giving the Israelites hell, okay, it's gonna be peaceful, man. I forgot what scripture it is, man. I should have had it. there's a scripture, man. And it's a famous scripture where after the heathen are done, working for, being enslaved by the Israelites in the kingdom of heaven in the near future, okay? After the 1,000 years of servitude, all right? We're gonna let the heathen, all right? These other nations, settle back in their land, all right? And everything's gonna be peaceful, man, okay? They're gonna be living their best life, man, okay? And following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, okay? They're gonna be subject to the law, all right? We're gonna have the law written in our inward parts. It's gonna be like it's gonna be programmed within us, man. We're never gonna go off ever, even if we tried, okay? But the heathen, they're gonna have to work, okay? And if they transgress the laws, we're gonna be whooping their ass, man, okay? Not whooping their ass. I mean, yeah, if they transgress a law, which that they if they transgress the law, if they need that ass whooping, they're gonna get it, according to whatever transgression that they committed, whatever sin they committed, they're gonna get the equal recompense, for lack of better terms, okay? That's why I want to bring this out. Revelation 21:4. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death. All right, there's going to be no more dying in the kingdom of heaven, especially for Israel, okay? And yeah, animals are going to be eating each other because they need to, all right? And, these other nations, they're going to be dying. Esau, because they're not going to be, they're not gods, man. They're not, all right? They're still going to be in fleshly bodies, so they're going to be dying, all right? But they're going to be living their best life, though, okay? They're going to be dying, coming back, all right, through their seed line, all right? Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away, okay? You heathens, after your servitude's up, after your enslavement of 1,000 years, okay, is up, all right? You're not going to be sorrowing, crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away, okay? When the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. These people are everybody. The whole world is mourning. And when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You guys are gonna be rejoicing, man. Okay, you guys are gonna be loving the kingdom of heaven, man. Serving the Israelites. Okay. But yeah, man. Pray that this was edifying to the hopeful elect. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Harakakadash, DTA, and Abad Babal. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.